let's have a look at the morning highlights. There were plenty of them. The great news is that all of the Australian guns that were out early are in the mix. Min Woo Lee, a long birdie chance here on 11. Straight in the middle.
It's an excellent start for Min Woo, and three-time champion of this event, Cameron Smith. They teed off the 10th, so this was their front 9 for them. It's third into the par 5, and not unexpected. You have a wonderful touch.
Some beautiful golf, as aforementioned, from Adam Scott out there today, including this at the 18th hole, and poured that one in. Started with a bogey, but fought back on his first 9, the back 9.
Min Woo, 4 birdies on that back 9. And there's one of them. He was certainly on with a putter.
And the man a lot of people have come to see, myself included, Marc. This was his 9th hole of the day. A couple over for his round. Bit of a slow start. Has had some neck issues the last few days. But he just manages to get that one full, heading into his second 9.
And around Royal Queensland, the par 3s are a real feature. Here's Elvis Smylie on the first of the front 9, his second 9. No playing the course the other way round. And this was pretty. To a flag tucked over right by the bunker today, and he'd roll that in for a birdie too.
Another one of the draw cards from across the Tasman, Ryan Fox, a dual winner on the US PGA Tour in 2025. In tremendous form, probably the best form of his career, making birdie there on 5.
And Adam Scott turned him 1 under par, birdie on his 10th hole, and then this, his approach out of the sand on 7. And he's still got that magic, the man from Queensland. He would roll that in for a birdie.
Speaking of Queensland and Australian golf, is Cameron Smith for how his day ended up at the 9th, just enough to cover that front edge, and a round of 68, I believe. It says it's a 69. Our scoring system says 68. We'll keep you up to date with that. Either way, he's in the top 10.
So they were off bright and early, that group consisting of Smith, Min Woo Lee and Marc, and the galleries certainly got their money's worth. Great to see Jeffrey Guam back on tour.
It certainly is. I'm sure most people know his story where he almost just slammed up there, Matt. But
back in 2019. Grazes the edge. Good start. Defeated John Rahm in a playoff in Live Golf in Indianapolis this year.
now Joaquin Niemann, after taking it up the right side, perfect angle.
This is a perfect angle. Only 102 here to this pin. It is tight in the left-hand side, and that's fantastic.
Wow.
He dialed in on the last hole. He's just dialed in again. 5-time winner on the Live Tour this year.
Oh, beautiful tee shots at 1 and 2 for Leishman. This is another one at 3. This is out there as well. He sent this.
It looks relaxed and swinging it nicely, Marc Leishman.
Good-looking swing, starting on a good line.
Oh, it's a stunner.
He always looks so nonchalant about his golf. You know, kind of old school player in the best kind of way, Marc Leishman. Works there.
Yeah, I know they all loved him over in Western Australia when he played at my home course, Mount Lawley.
Mitchell Smith, the man we just talked about. Second shot into 6.
Pin's on the front left today, trying to draw it in.
Oh,
that was special.
Big 6-8 feet of green going downwind, and that is when you try to get too cute. It runs away when you get past this pin, so that would have been on his mind also.
Back to 5.
Yeah, Niemann walked out of that bunker with a wry smile on his face, knowing what he'd done wrong here. But he's an aggressive putter. Oh, special. That's why he's won 5 times.
Now Hillier out with the driver. This can be almost reachable downwind, but a bit more out the right today. He's getting aggressive.
Interesting play, Nick. There's water down the right, 253 to carry the one on the left. And if you're driving it well, you just hit driver.
Now the third member in this group, Daniel Hillier. It's a big drive today, Paul.
Massive drive, Nick. He does go at it hard for a small guy. 77 metres. And when you do look at it, when you get down here, if you're confident in your driver and you can take on that left-hand bunker, it's not actually a bad play. This one, really good angle here. The flag is actually not moving. This ball coming in a lot lower.
Just gets the nudge it needs. Up over that front edge. Nicely done from Hillier. Tell you what, Nick, that's kind of the pot calling the kettle black, isn't it? From Paul Gow.
8 iron here for 8 from 160. Dangerous flag. This is a great looking shot.
Yeah, beautifully done.
So been good in that category. You'll be close towards the top of the leaderboard.
That's also just missing. He'll tap that in to make his par.
Very challenging. Hillier now for his birdie to double his total, get to 2 under.
Peterson out with the putter, which is a very common play around these Royal Queensland greens. Oh, he's judged that beautifully. Keep going. Oh, almost to perfection.
From Victoria. Oh, what a glorious shot.
For Brogy on the previous hole, would love to get that straight back, and he does. That's how you bounce back in this game.
Here's Joaquin Neiman. His approach shot to the par 5 7th.
Only 70 metres.
Oh!
That's what happens when you've got a good wedge game.
For birdie, Daniel Hillier. Bingo. Yes, the playing captain. Matías Sanchez. Seen quite a bit of him throughout the summer on the Challenger PGA Tour of Australasia, and he rolls that one in confidently. And have a look at that for a scorecard. That's 5 birdies in his last 6 holes. The DP World Tour Championship in Dubai.
This one coming out low, heading to the right a little bit.
Oh, just caught the bunker.
Quite an easy shot. These guys practice this a lot. Expect this somewhere inside the 3 feet range. You can fly this all the way to the pin. He's opted for the chunk and run, and it's running all the way.
So that, I suppose, to a degree makes up for the 3-putt bogey on 8.
Goes into the grain first, which will be slow, and then straight down grain from that point. We'll turn right to left from now. Oh, that's pretty good.
Superbly done.
Makes it 3 for 3 birdies on the par 5 ninth for this group. And Leishman out with the driver.
And I like this play. He can get there 233 to the front. This one cutting just a little bit right, but it's a good miss.
Yeah. If you are going to miss this green, go well to the right, and just collected a little.
Just got better.
Little love tap.
Great touch from Marc Leishman. Talked about his short game is pretty much what he works on the most in the days leading into a tournament. And Leishman can convert. Get back into red figures. And a big smile.
not easier here at 168. This pin back way to the right. He's got to air it on the left if he possibly can. Oh, I can't tell you how good a shot that is. He had nothing. I think he pushed it, actually. Only 3 wood here, 271 to the front. You've got to be game. You've got to take it up the right and draw it back. And Neiman has struck that extremely well. I think he's found his groove. Well, that's a pretty good shot right there. That was off a tight lie. That's where everybody walks off. Very well done there by the Chilean.
Pretty good. I think that was just absolutely outstanding from there. He's a hard marker, Paul Gow.
He's looking forward to that.
Nice. Great birdie there from Neiman.
This one's starting left tree line, drifting even further left.
He's going to have to get lucky, and fortunately didn't hit anyone on the full, and that's going to be an interesting shot from over there. He'll have the option of bumping and running it up through the hollow.
His answer as the Fortinet stats underline.
Not sure he has the firepower to get there. Can he prove me wrong? It's flat and on a good line.
Well, he's proved you wrong there, Ewan. That's going to be find the front left portion. Interesting 2-putt coming up, but
Second shot, tough one here for Marc Leishman at 12.
well, he had a little gap through the trees and took the high right. I was very surprised he was able to land that on the green, but wonderful touch.
Took a little while for us to pan back over here, Ewan, to where Abraham Answer is. Has to flirt, like you say, with the top of that ridge. It's not bad.
Yeah, pretty good. If he was any closer to that ridge Ewan mentioned, he'd almost get the sand on out and try and lob it all the way back there. It'll be a par on the scorecard, but unfortunately a 3-putt for that par, which is never a nice feeling.
And an opportunity missed. Abraham Answer, and you can see his frustration.
But whilst it's been a grind out here today, Leish currently 1 under par obviously makes this goes 2. That's the worst score he could be. He has been doing it easily. Apart from a couple of shots, it's really been a clinic out here.
A couple of more birdies on the way home, and be right up there with those other names you can see on screen. Comfortably done by Marc Leishman, and he goes to 2 under.
Well,
Gee.
that is something special. I don't know if you saw his first bounce there. He actually got the cushion of the front of the green, which shot it forward.
But by design, Nick.
That was more luck than anything, but he'll tell you it was absolute skill.
Pretend like you meant it. Off it goes for Hillier at 13.
Yeah, fantastic shot. Cam Davis there. It's about getting it anywhere on this green.
For the second part of the story, which he finds too. You're not wrong, Nick. It was not the place to be, but somehow he's managed to pull out yet another birdie, and he's to 4 under par now, and just 1 adrift of Sebastian Garcia on top.
Oh dear.
His day's just got worse. Very out of character. Thought he made a really good move coming to Australia earlier. Last week, straight off the back of his performance at the DP World Tour Championship, and trying to settle in on the time zone. Quite, oh my goodness, paid off, and that was very expensive because he's at 5 over par now.
It's the head of our leader at the moment, Garcia, in the fairway bunker. We're just short of it there on 5. Didn't see any sand, so I'd say he's just short. Back left pin.
Ooh,
Aggressive.
might have another birdie coming up shortly.
Going for the low hook, actually had a good lie there and a clear shot, and he's made a good fist of it up there short of the green. As he was walking up to his ball, this hole runs in the opposite direction to 15. Young Victorian Connor McDade's ball was about 5 metres from Marc Leishman's, and his dad Dennis was on the bag, who is Marc Leishman's coach.
Sporting that yellow bucket hat in memory of the late Jared Lyle. This is the BMW hole-in-one hole.
Would love to see that go off this weekend. Be hard pressed to find one today, though. With the pin position over on the left, not far from there.
Go! Go! It's in! Daniel Gale. A BMW M5 Touring will look very nice in the garage. Get that engine running. What a shot, an ace for Daniel Gale. Incredible. What a golf shot. Another birdie putt here for our leader, Sebastian Garcia, to go 2 ahead. What a beautiful roll from the 36-year-old Spaniard. It's a strong contingent of Spanish competitors this week.
Even if you had to chip it after you've putted off the green.
We all know Barbieri at 17, it's a 2.
Five birdies and a bogey. Says he loves his motorsport. He's certainly motoring through the opening round here. Now Cam Davis.
Just 80 metres on the
Wow.
button here. Wow. He's dialed into his wedges this afternoon.
He has got his eye in this afternoon. Sebastian Garcia, a victor on the Challenge Tour at the Hangzhou Open in a playoff. So that's where we are positioned. We play currently suspended. Sebastian Garcia, the 36-year-old from Madrid in Spain, slipped in under the radar. He leads by a couple at -7. A whole group of players at 4 under the card. Ryan Fox, Anthony Quayle, Wenyi Ding, Tapio Pulkkinen have been there since earlier in the day. And Munoz, Barbieri and Pickens still playing their opening round.